Today on American Game Day, it's our Halloween special. Number 9, Oklahoma State. Number 22, Kansas State. And A&M's in the news again. American Game Day starts right now. Today is Saturday, October 29th. It's our Halloween special. I'm Brain Slayer, and it is gonna get spooky here tonight. And not just because it's almost Halloween. No, there are some games that might get scared, and some unexpected teams that might pull up some upsets. We've got Oklahoma State and Kansas State today, our game of the week. Can Kansas State pull off a scare against a good Oklahoma State team? I don't know. We'll find out. I got more to talk about that later. But it's going to be a big day in college football. And I got some other news with the NBA, college basketball, and NFL. There's some London games. So let's jump into my rankings. My top 6 right here. Nothing really changed that much in my top 6. I still got Ohio State at 1, Tennessee at 2. Number 3, I got Georgia. Number 6, I got Clemson moving up a spot. 4, Michigan, and 5 is Oregon. AP poll didn't really make that much change either. In case you're wondering, Clemson took over Old Miss spots. That's where I got my ranking this week. AP poll again still has Georgia at 1. I really think Ohio State deserves the #1 spot. I think we're gonna get our answer. If Ohio State got Penn State today, so if they beat Penn State, I think we'll in the selection committee rankings come out next week. Sid, I'll talk more about that later on the show, but I got some headlines for you. Guess what? A&M drama! It's our weekly drama of A&M. Yep, 3 players suspended indefinitely for drugs, basically, in the locker room. So, and there's some key players, too, that had some impact in the game last week against South Carolina, which, come to think of it, it didn't work. Whatever drug they took, I think it was weed, I don't know. They won't release too much detail on it. But anyway, yeah, A&M's really, I don't even think they're going to make a bowl game this year, which is really depressing. Alright, anyway, I got a Heisman watch for you. Alright, Henderson Hooker, Tennessee's quarterback, C.J. Stroud, Ohio State quarterback, Bryce Young, Alabama's quarterback, Blake Corum, Michigan's running back, and Thomas Robertson, UCLA's quarterback. So, majority of these players are quarterbacks, and it's just one running back. But again, there's a whole list of ones. These are just basically the top 6 right now. And I'm going to get to more on down this is Monday, but the NCAA just updated their NIL rules for to make some more guidelines to schools. So maybe it will probably go against A&M where they can't buy their players, and maybe A&M will stop being the headline. But I think that will likely, when I get more news on that, I think I'll likely have more our weekly A&M news. But anyway, yep, it's October, and we got a Saturday game, our game of the week. Number 9, Oklahoma State. Number 22, Kansas State. The Battle of the States, 2:30 on Fox. It's going to be a huge game in the Big Ten. I was debating back and forth between about 3 games to be a huge game this week. And I really just settled this on this one. Not only because I really haven't talked about the Big 12 is very competitive right now, and I really haven't done a game of the week for the Big 12 yet. But, I mean, I really think that this has major impact. I mean, this probably doesn't have major impact for the playoff, but it major impact for the conference, because if OSU wins this game, they are for sure. I mean, it helps their case to move forward. Yeah, they are the best team in the Big 12. They win this game. If Kansas State wins, on the other hand, it opened the door for more teams in the Big 12. Because we got, I mean, they even opened up the door for Texas, who they just lost to OSU. Probably, I doubt, OSU would have to lose the remaining of the game for Texas to have a shot at the Big 12. But it is possible with the Big 12 very competitive right now. And I got some other big games. Oklahoma, Iowa State, getting ready to kick off on FS1 here in about an hour from now. And Baylor and Texas Tech, 6:30 on ESPN2. These are really big games for the Big 12. I'm going to find out. We got the best of the offense. Well, I mean, so you got the best of the best in the OU and Iowa State game versus the worst of the worst. What the media thinks of Oklahoma Iowa State. I think Oklahoma's defense is a lot better than what the media thinks. So I think Oklahoma will stand out in that game, and I gotta see more from Baylor this year, and I think we will against Texas Tech. All right, 11 o'clock, ABC, Notre Dame, number 16, Syracuse. For some of you, if you're not paying close attention to college football, you would think that, Syracuse is definitely going to win this game. They are the higher ranked team, they're looking great, and they almost knocked off Clemson. Well, you think wrong. Notre Dame might have a rough start to the season, but they're coming off strong right now, and Marcus Freeman potentially pull off an upset. Syracuse on upset alert right here, and I can't wait to see that game. Alright, let's check out some other big ACC games. We got Georgia Tech and Florida State, 11:30 on ACC Network, and Pitt, North Carolina. They're 21 right now. It's going to be a big game for both these two teams as they are fighting for a chance to go to a bowl game right now. Because Georgia Tech, Florida State, Florida State had a lot of hype this year. Now they're on the edge of, will they go to a bowl game or not? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Georgia Tech too. Pitt, was just up there with Florida State. Thought possibly win the ACC this year. North Carolina too. I don't know what's going on with them, but they got to complete their games. All right. Another huge game this week. We got Ohio State and Penn State. I should have picked this as a game of the week, knowing how much hype I put into Ohio State. But after the way Penn State blew it to Michigan, I really don't think that this is as big of a game as the media thinks it is. But Penn State is home. This should have been their whiteout game, because if they pull up this upset, it will probably be one of the biggest upsets they pulled off. Not this season, but in the last 10 years. I think it's been like 6 years they last beat Ohio State. Alright, so big games, the Big Ten, and this big conference. Why do I do that every week? Anyway, Rutgers, Minnesota, 1:30 Big Ten Network, Michigan State, Michigan. It's a huge rivalry game, 6:30 on ABC. It's going to be close. Michigan State may not have been the season that they probably were expecting to have, but they will show up this game. I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm saying Michigan State will surprise Michigan fans and how well they play. It is a rivalry game, so I think we'll likely see Michigan State compete in that game. And Minnesota is home. They're probably going to get a really good Rutgers team that has been struggling lately and basically the last 10 years, and I think Minnesota will find a way to win that game. Alright, Arizona State, Colorado, we're in the Pac-12, Stanford, UCLA. This is going to be a huge game for Arizona State because, and Colorado, because they're both, Arizona State's coming off a fire head coach. Colorado needs to fire their head coach. I think they did, I'm not sure. So much is happening. Yeah, they did. But anyway, Stanford probably needs to too. UCLA, Chip Kelly doing an amazing job. So the only thing I'd say here is UCLA doing an amazing job right now, and they're for sure gonna win it. All right, the SEC, Kentucky and Tennessee. Once again, this is another one of those selected big games I could have done this week, but Kentucky has really fallen apart lately. But this is their chance to redeem themselves. But Tennessee is home. They got the home momentum. After what they did to Alabama, there's no way they're going to lose at home. Impossible. 6:30 on ESPN. That's going to be a really fun game to watch. All right. Ole Miss, A&M. This is going to be a really good game because Ole Miss is coming off a loss to LSU. Yeah, they lost to LSU last week. And, Ole Miss has a chance to take down the #1 recruiting class. Yep, and A&M is home, and they're without 3 of their starters that I talked about earlier in the show. So the SEC is looking really good right now for not A&M. All right, for other teams that are not fan of A&M. All right, so we got Arkansas and Auburn. 11 o'clock SEC Network getting ready to kick off in under an hour. Missouri and South Carolina. These are going to be really big games and really key games to watch because once again, we're at the part of the season where, all right, these lower end teams in their conference, do they have a shot at the bowl game? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Well, okay, so these 4 teams do have a shot at a bowl game. They just have to win out. That's going to be really hard for them to do. All right, I got some NFL headlines for you. First up, the Buffalo Bills. Yep, they released a rendering of their future stadium. Remember how I talked about that a couple weeks back? They have a $2.2 million stadium that's they have initially said it was going to be a dome. Well, let's take a look at the pictures for you. Does this, this is the side of the building. It looks cool and all. It looks futuristic. That looks amazing. I can't wait till they build that stadium. That looks amazing. Now let's see the inside. Where's the dome? Well, that really just looks like their stadium right now. That doesn't look futuristic. That doesn't look like an amazing stadium. What's going on down there, Buffalo? Alright, so Tom Brady and his wife announced a divorce after 13 years. I think he should have stuck with this family considering Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, I think, are 3-5 right now. I think it's his worst start in a very long time since, like, his first year. I don't think I've ever seen him have a losing record. Anyway, NFL is back in London. 8:30 a.m. on ESPN Plus on Sunday. Gonna be Denver Broncos, Jackson Jaguars. Gonna be a fun game to watch. I'm gonna try and get up early and watch that. Also, got the Raiders and the Saints. 12 o'clock on CBS. And the Packers and the Buffalo Bills. 7:20 on NBC. There's going to be some key games to watch there in the NFL. These are important because they can really, all these 4 teams have a really shot at the playoffs. So we're going to see how that goes down. Alright, NBA news. You missed yesterday's Hardwood Hoops episode. Well, I got more news for you. And first I'm going to start off with, I know I talked about this yesterday, but LeBron James. First, 0-4 start since his rookie year. That's incredible. I want to acknowledge that because LeBron James obviously is not the GOAT if he is having a terrible time right now. So, Also, earlier this week, Steve Nash got ejected for the first time, the head coach at the Nets. I gotta say, lately, in the past, you got ejected. That's not a bad example, but, this year ejected means that he's standing up for his players. Good job for him. And also, the NBA 2K League banned 6 players and coaches for gambling violations. So apparently players were gambling, or I guess players. I don't know. I really don't understand the esports that much, but that's some important headlines, and I guess I need to talk about that. Anyway, big game. 76ers, the Bulls, 7 o'clock, NBA TV tonight. Pay votes close to that at the 76ers might have a chance to pull up an upset. Anyway, here's some other big games on local TV this week. The Wizards, the Hornets. I say kind of a big game, not really. I think that Washington, or Golden State Warriors, will have a big win over the Hornets. I just put this because Hornets are at home, and they could possibly pull up an upset that no one would expect. But another big game, and the Bucks are undefeated right now, or at the time of this recording, because I'm recording this before the Friday games. So, yeah. And Trae Young, guys, especially, he looks better and better every week. So can they pull off an upset? We're going to find out tonight. Anyway, college basketball is right around the corner. Starts November 7th. And I got some big headlines for you. And I can't wait to get things started on Hollywood Hoops next Friday. So, can't wait to get things underway down there. But, yeah. And in case you're wondering, number 1 team right now is North Carolina. So stay tuned, because I think college basketball is going to be wide open. Because I think we're going to see a lot just like it's doing in college football, where I think we might have a new number 1 team every week. Alright, let's check out what's going around the network here on Busy Sports. Slayer Report Podcast every Monday, 6 o'clock. Got a live show. You can check out our YouTube page to figure out when that's going to happen. Also, our football show every Monday, 6 o'clock. Recapping the previous week college football, getting you ready for the next week. Also, Hardwood Hoops every Friday, 6 o'clock, getting you ready for a big weekend and hoop. Also, we put coaches on the spot and answer y'all's important questions every Monday on the first month at 6:30. Also, this show, American Game Day, you don't know already, it's on at 10 a.m. And we talk about everything sports to get you all ready for another big weekend and a big Saturday. And if you haven't already, check out our website for the latest news, sports, stats, etc. That's all what's going around here on Busy Sports. Alright, it's now time for the joke of the week. I am 8-0 right now. And this one's going to be pretty interesting because, yeah, I got 2 Power 5 teams, and the Power 5 team that's not ranked is up there. Was ranked, well, back ago, to start the season, not that long ago. 6:30, SEC Network. I got Ole Miss winning this game. Get the 32 I featured this, and y'all probably expect me to do this at some point in the year. They're the number 1 recruiting class. They are getting embarrassed this year, and they will continue to be. Ole Miss definitely gonna win that game. Alright, it's now time for the best segment on the show. It's time for the option! Alright, we got Notre Dame number 16, Syracuse. Marcus Freeman had a rough start to his career. Finally get things together for Notre Dame. This is going to be a really good game. They're going to show up, but I think I got Syracuse. Got the edge in the 4th quarter. All right, number 20, Cincinnati, they're really just finding ways to win late in the game. We're playing against a really good UCF game. They put up 70 points 2 weeks ago, but they struggled to find a win last week. But I think Syracuse will do it again. Find a way to win by barely covering the spread. All right, Ole Miss, A&M, our number 1 recruiting class. Yeah, this joke of the week, and it's a feature big game. That's how important or how fall apart A&M is. The big home game for A&M and Ole Miss coming off the loss. I got Ole Miss on the road winning this game. All right, number 2, Ole Miss. Number 13, Penn State. This is going to be a huge back and forth game, I really think, no, really. It's going to be the game we know and love, where Ohio State dominates it every week. Pitt State usually wins this game maybe every, 7 to 8 years when they're home. They are home this week, but it hasn't been 6 or 7 years yet, or 7 or 8 years yet. So, and Ohio State's got one of the best teams in the nation, like I said every year. Ohio State winning this ball game. All right, number 19 Kentucky, number 3 Tennessee. It's a big back and forth on if this is going to be a big game to feature this week, but I have no confidence in Kentucky anymore, considering that they have fallen apart late in the season. So, and Tennessee knocked out Alabama at home. They're home again. Have the fans on their side. Tennessee is winning this ball game. They're winning it huge. Can't wait to see this game. Alright, our game of the week, number 9, Oklahoma State, number 22, Kansas State, 2:30 on Fox. Alright, who am I going to pick to win this game? It's going to be a big, important Big 12 batter. Oklahoma State has had some weakness I've seen this week, especially their defensive side, and their offense really hasn't been on point. But you probably think I'm going Kansas State in an answer, but they are on the road. They do great on the road, so I got to go Oklahoma State winning this game. Alright, thanks for watching American Game Day. I'll see you next Saturday at 10 a.m.